Hello, everybody. Thank you for watching The Political Vigilante. There is Batman with the blue light and the globe. Making America great again on The Political Vigilante, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I've a bunch of articles and topics were submitted via Patreon from Political Junkie, who's a, if you're at the $5 and up level on Patreon, you get to submit articles and topics. And a bunch of things were submitted to me, and it's a lot of material. Some of it I'm very new to. So, but I did want to discuss it because I want to hear what you guys have to say about it, as I'm sort of new to this. Certain things that are suggested to me, like student loan debt or fracking, I'm very familiar with the general aspects of those. So when you send me an article about a specific thing, I can dive right in. This one took a little more time because it's so extensive, and also I'm new to it. So a lot of this is just me. I'm going to go to the articles and links that were submitted to me by Political Junkie. First of all, Political Junkie, thank you for supporting the show. And thank you to all the Patreon supporters. The link to the Patreon is below, patreon.com/Graham Elwood. You can support the show for as little as $1 a month. $5 you get to submit articles and bonus audio content. The podcast is now in iTunes, the Political Vigilante podcast, and so I'm doing episodes of that. You get a bunch of bonus stuff. So this was about, basically the main website that was suggested here was geoengineeringwatch.org. And Dane Wigington, I'm sorry, I'm so bad at pronouncing names. I can barely pronounce my own name. Has gone into, this gentleman, Dane, has been talked a lot about geoengineering, and basically, as I understand this, so they have been manipulating the weather. That's what this geoengineeringwatch.org website is talking about, and it's worth going into. Because first, there's an article here that came out May 2nd of this year, Climate Engineering Completely Manipulating Precipitation. And I'll read you what the article says. For many decades, a covert global collaboration of governments has participated in the complete manipulation, disruption of the planet's weather and climate systems. There are many agendas being carried out in our skies by these global powers. None of these agendas are benevolent. The degree to which the weather makers can manipulate precipitation is difficult to fully comprehend, and the effect on populations and the planet has been devastating. The NASA satellite image below reveals extreme aerosol spraying operations being carried out in the Eastern Pacific over major flows of atmospheric moisture, mitigating toward the west coast of the United States. So, and you can see all the links below. And then there's another one here about the Rothschilds. This one really piqued my interest because, and I want to hear what you guys have to say on the comments below. If you think this is real, this is a real, why they're spraying, what the, I don't, this is all new information to me. I'll say this, I don't doubt that the truly powerful, you know, the 80 families or whatever that control this whole world, I don't doubt rather that they would be capable of something like this. Are they actually doing it? I'm just learning about this. I want to see as much evidence as I can before I just say, oh, this is happening, it's a conspiracy. Not that I'm saying it isn't true or that Political Junkie, you're wrong or you're nuts. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying I want to do more. I'm open to the idea because as we've talked about numerous times on this show, the real people, not even the 1%, the like 0.1% of the people, you know, those families that control everything, they do some scary shit. Here's an example of that. The Rothschilds, bought a weather monitoring company. Isn't this interesting? So here's the article, and again, I'll put both links below. Why would the Rothschilds be so interested in owning the largest and most recognized weather modeling organization out there? Why would E.L. Rothschild, LLC, wish to have the controlling interest in the world's leading provider of interactive weather graphics and data services for television, web, and mobile? Because when you are involved in climate disseminating geoengineering programs, you must also control the forecast models to cover your tracks. The scope and scale of the global spraying of our skies can hardly be comprehended. SAG, Stratospheric, Aerosol, Geoengineering, and SRM, Solar Radiation Management, the massive web of supporting structures for these programs is mind-bending. What is even more difficult to understand is how all of this happens in plain sight and almost none seem to connect the dots. Well, see, that's the kind of thing right there where that leads me to believe this is very plausible. Because as we've seen, we talk about this all the time, the deep state controls the media, controls the message. So if you are manipulating the weather, it would stand to reason that you would want to then control that media. The weather media saying what the storms are and the weather patterns and whatever else, you would absolutely want to control that. And I wouldn't put it past these people. The Rothschilds are part of the what is it, the Bilderberg Group. And when you start connecting the dots of the powerful people in the world and who's married to what Rothschild and everything else, it makes total sense. And this is really intriguing because here's who else is involved. And again, this is the Dane Wingington did this article. Defense contractor Raytheon does all the forecast modeling for the National Weather Service and NOAA. Lockheed Martin does the modeling for the FAA. So 2 private defense contractors are doing this? Now you've piqued my interest in even more, political junkie. Since both these private defense contractors are up to their necks in weather modification patents and programs, the forecasts are more or less the scheduled weather. Now, with the Rothschild's acquisition of the dominant private modeling organization, the control of weather modeling seems complete. The control of forecasts and graphics provides for the constant visual conditioning that makes the population more likely to accept the constant spraying and manipulation of our weather as normal. When the nightly weather forecast animation matches what the public sees in the sky, right down to the upper level haze or overcast from the constant spraying, all seems to correlate, so nothing more is questioned. When the forecasters predict the hurricane will make an unprecedented 90-degree turn, and it does, nothing seems wrong when they say they will be heavy, wet snow at 40+ degrees, and there is, all appears okay. The global elites have, it seems, covered all the bases. So E.L. Rothschild LLC acquires majority stake in Weather Central LP. And this was in the New York Business Wire. This is how they control everything. So if they are manipulating the weather, why wouldn't they? The question then is what, obviously, while there's a lot of benefits, you know, why would they do this? What would they benefit? Obviously, they benefit from money and power. And if they want to put a region in a flood or in a severe drought, they could do so. So this is interesting to me. And I want to hear what your guys' thoughts are. And I thank you, Political Junkie, for suggesting this, because this Dane Wingington, I want to spend more time addressing this. Because there's a lot of interesting information. Here's why I'm being slightly cautious. I don't want to just jump on anything that's a conspiracy and just be like, oh, they're spraying the sky. And nor do I want to just discount it as, oh, you're a wingnut tinfoil hat. I don't want to do that. I want to do as much investigation as I can, as one guy here alone, wearing a WNBA shirt. Support women's basketball. If you're really a feminist, you should be going to women's basketball. So I'm open to this, because I don't, like I said, I don't deny. It's like I said with Seth Rich. Did the Democrats have Seth Rich killed? I don't know. I want to see more evidence, but I wouldn't put it past them. I wouldn't put past the truly powerful people. I wouldn't put anything past them. I wouldn't. I need to see evidence, and I don't. So yeah, now I'm repeating myself, but thank you, Political Junkie, for suggesting this. I'm putting both links to geoengineeringwatch.org, the specific articles, below, and I'm going to follow more of this. And I appreciate you guys. You guys are help make this show better because you suggest things to me, and some stuff I don't know about and I'm learning about as well as you are, and I want to put it out so more people know. I want people to have the discussion. If you're like, Graham, this is bullshit, let me know. If you have more evidence to support this or refute this, let me know. I like hearing this, and I like having these discussions. This show is awesome. We can talk about it more at the Super Chat Sunday. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and let's make Gotham great again.